Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Invest for More. We're back at the old Train Depot apartments, and things are not looking well at this place. So, a few issues, and one of the most frustrating things for me is, as many of you know, this building had some frozen pipes a few weeks ago, or a couple weeks ago, and had to have our plumber here for a long period of time to thaw out the building, get things working, get things fixed again. Well, it was 28 degrees when I took this video, and we're doing a quick walkthrough to see how things look. And you may have noticed there were multiple doors just sitting wide open to the elements, and that's how you freeze your pipes again. And if you don't freeze your pipes, that's how you pay astronomical heating bills. So I was not real happy when I came here, especially since we made a pretty massive point last time. Don't leave the doors open. And I don't even know why I have to make that point. Like, I feel like that's pretty common sense. When it's cold outside, you don't leave the door open. But I guess if it's not your heating bill and you're not paying it, in this particular instance, you don't care. So I went through, shut all the doors, and then we'll see what happened after that. But I was also curious to see just how these units looked, because I felt like we've been making pretty slow progress. So I've had this for a few months now. We were pretty specific that we want to kind of one unit at a time fixed as much as possible. Now, there are some things that are difficult to do with that we'll talk about. But the reason for that is because, just like if we have 10 house flips at once going, and at one point we had 22 flips going at once, which was crazy and not very smart. But we still did it anyway. And yeah, let's just leave the windows wide open too. Anyway, I don't know why that window's... Well, they broke a window, that's right. So we should have all the windows replaced by now, too. But when you have a lot of projects going at once, a lot of times contractors, handymen, they want to do every single unit at the same time frame and do the same things. But that is, as an investor, when you're shelling out money and paying for costs and different things, you want to get stuff finished, like all the way finished, as soon as possible. So you want one house finished so you can sell it, get it rented, start collecting money, whatever it is. And then you can go to the next one. You don't want 10 houses finished in 2 years. You want one house finished in 2 months, another house finished, and after that. You want to domino effect it so that you've got money coming in as soon as possible. You're just not, going broke over a 2-year period with nothing happening. And that's kind of what we want in this apartment building too, is like, hey, let's get 1-2 units done, all the way finished, then move on to the next one. And it's more like everything's being done at once, although some units are slightly ahead of schedule as other units. Now, I will say one thing that we have not done on our side is, part of our side of it, we kind of act like the general contractor a little bit, in that we order kitchens and do a lot of the design work and do some of the other things. And Home Depot's been much slower on getting kitchens to us lately. So we've been really having to order those way ahead of time. And we didn't do it on this one. So we can take some blame on that. But then there's a lot of other stuff that could have been done aside from that isn't being done too. So a little bit frustrating on that. Hopefully things go a little smoother, a little quicker, and the doors get shut from now on. We'll see about that. This is a crew I've used many times before, and they're always asking me for work, always wanting more work, and saying they'll do a good job. And it's kind of a larger crew, so we're hoping they could handle a project like this, but so far it's been a little bit frustrating. And I know some people say we have had some frustrations for a while, and if you don't change things, that's on you. Well, we have been changing things. We've had some different people working with us over the years, and I don't go into detail on our decisions on that because I don't think it's fair to the people, and don't go into detail on wages we pay, things like that, because they don't want me sharing that information. But we are making changes, and that door was open again. Yeah, that's the first door I came and shut, and I walked back outside, and someone went in there and left the door wide open. So I had a pretty stern talk after this about that, and saying if we can't keep the doors shut, I don't think they need to be on this job. So we'll see what happens the next couple times we come here. I was making sure they weren't in here, working or grabbing something real quick. No, they weren't in here. They just went in there, grabbed something, left the door wide open. I know it's hard. It's really hard to pull that door shut when you walk outside. So this door was actually shut, so that was nice to see. Now I completely forgot what I was talking about. But so we have made changes in who's working with us, not working with us. If you saw my picture on YouTube, we posted the small laundromat changes that happened in one day, and it looks so good and it's so amazing. Check that out. Of course, we'll show that on Friday too and collect coins and things. Change machine is still working there too. So far, some of the changes we've made has been working out really, really well. Don't want to get too excited. Don't want to count your chickens before they hatch, your eggs before they hatch. But so far, working really good. We also have another new crew that we're going to be starting on a project too. So over the years, we've made a number of changes with crews and people we work with. Happens a lot. So we are making some of those changes now, and we'll see how those work out. And we've always been real open and upfront with the people we work with that, hey, the people who get stuff done the fastest, listen to what we say, listen to what we ask, are the ones who get the most jobs. And we still do give most of our jobs to one certain crew who's done an awesome job, worked with us really well. And, we don't make videos about different things going wrong on those projects. We do before videos, during videos, show what's happening. And very rarely do we have complaints and things to say bad about them. We try and say good things. So, like I said, we do have some good things to say about the laundromat, and we'll show that here soon. So this unit is the farthest along, and it still, has quite a bit to go. And yeah, we still need the kitchen, but there's so much more that still needs done in there before we can, even if the kitchen was in there, and stuff that can be done without the kitchen being in there. So, little disappointing on that side, and just the progress here. So, would really love to get a unit or two done. And then, we've had to do some systems work and different things, which some of it has to be done with the whole building. But most of that, is pretty much done. So that shouldn't be holding us up now either. I'm still a little hobbly, but I'm walking better. So for those of you who know, I injured my calf muscle playing basketball. I'm getting a lot better. So I also injured my knee by walking weird on having an injured calf muscle, but that's also getting better. So this will be the laundry room here, and we got our other units here again, and just kind of a hodgepodge of progress. Not really sure what their strategy is on that. And I say, they're still contractors. We can't order them how to do everything. They're not employees of ours. We do act sort of in a way as a general contractor as far as design and materials and getting stuff from Home Depot, but we can't tell them, oh, you have to work this hour, you have to do this first. If you do that, then you get into the employee realm and have to change how you do everything. I did see this. They broke this window. I was asking Nikki, I'm like, oh, did you know this? And they said, yep, they told me they broke the window. They said they're paying for it. We're getting a new one. So on that side, that's good. That's nice. But still, I'm real curious to see how much we're paying in heat on this building. That's really just frustrating. And like I said, love to get a little more progress done too and have some of these units done. And, if you have one side of the building done, you could even start to rent those, before the other side is done. There's a pretty good separation there. You won't be bothering people too much with construction and noise and things like that. And that would be awesome to have people moving in and renting them and bringing in some income. And also figuring out, hey, our rental price is correct? Are we at market? That is also some nice feedback to get sooner rather than later. So again, this is when we first got here, what it looked like. And this is also why I like to show up without telling anybody we're showing up, to see how things look and how the job site is going. All right, we'll have more updates on this one. We'll be back here more often. We'll see how things change. And we could even bring some other people over here to help speed this process up too, which can cause its own problems as well. But sometimes you have to change things up if they aren't working right at the moment. So this is the property after we froze the pipes with our plumber there, working nonstop, trying to get everything thought out. And again, I'm wondering, it was very cold. It was in negative degrees, when that happened. However, if you have a building that's warm and then it loses heat overnight, it's pretty rare you freeze pipes. Yes, it could get very cold, but it's pretty rare you'll drop temperature that fast. Unless you had the doors open or windows open or, some other problems going on. So I wonder, thinking back on this now and seeing the property now, did they have the property cold to begin with during that day and just the heat, wasn't working, shut off, and then it just kept getting colder and colder and colder. So a lot of questions there. And depending on what that heat bill turns out to be, we might be sending him some bills. We'll see how all that turns out. So that's the progress. Not as much progress as I'd like. Not real happy with the doors being open. We'll see if that changes. If not, we'll have to make some changes on our side. And on the exciting note, we have a new property being bought next week, another property being bought the week after that. I'm making 2 offers on flips as we speak today. Don't know if we'll get those or not, but there should be some new properties, new projects coming up. And like I said, we've got some different people, newer people working with us too, and we'll see how that goes, if things can improve. And of course, we've still got the businesses and different things going on as well, and pretty excited about the little laundromat and how it looks. All right, take care. We'll be back soon. Let me know what you think.